Now to politics. A felony drug offender turns her life around, becomes a criminal defense attorney, and now a congressional candidate? That's the headline we were reading in newspapers near and far this morning, with the development that local attorney and Democrat Sarah Gadd has launched a campaign to challenge U.S. Representative Ilhan Omar in the 5th District here in Minnesota. That district includes Minneapolis, St. Louis Park, Richfield, Crystal, Robbinsdale, Golden Valley, New Hope, Fridley, even a small part of Edina. And during her time representing this district, Ilhan Omar has seen her fair share of challengers, both Democratic and Republican. So what's new this time? Here's Carla Holt.
From her own words in Marie Claire magazine, to the provocative profile in the Washington Post, to the Star Tribune's report on her intentions to run, Sarah Gadd has officially landed in the political, if not cultural, spotlight. As now widely reported, the one-time med student found herself addicted to opioids after a serious car accident in 2012. And that, Gadd herself shared, led to a cycle of nonviolent drug offenses, jail, rehab, and relapse. Until finally, and with medication-assisted treatment, Gadd became sober in 2015. And with that step, Gadd started again, getting a law degree at the University of Chicago, then working as a criminal defense attorney in Minneapolis. And now, according to forms filed with the Federal Election Commission, challenging Representative Ilhan Omar from Minnesota's 5th District. She'll likely not be the only one. In a statement from Don Samuels' former campaign manager, Samuels, who narrowly lost to Omar in the 2022 primary, is, quote, speaking with supporters and other potential candidates and weighing the best course forward. Minneapolis Councilmember Letitia Vitaud didn't immediately return my messages, but she's also been reported as one being wooed as a possible candidate, meaning the 5th District is once again a race to watch.
Is there a possibility that in 2024, Ilhan Omar doesn't win her primary?
In politics, anything is possible.
Political analyst and attorney Abu Amara says sure, the challenge is possible, but now also predictable, which means the current Congresswoman and her team will be ready, especially with growing outside interest in the race, a fascinating dynamic on its own.
Why does she continue to get such national notoriety in terms of people wanting to see her opponent succeed?
Yeah, part of the pushback is on policy. I think there's some serious disagreements about the Middle East and policy and what that means there. There's others who push back on very kind of partisan reasons and looking at Ilhan Omar as a representation, and some people don't like that.
But Amara says people do like Ilhan Omar's history in Minnesota. A contrast, he says, to Sarah Gadd, who just ran for Congress in Illinois in 2022. And while Don Samuels and Letitia Vitaud can claim Minnesota roots, the key will be their coordination. After all, Amara says, a divided front bodes well for the incumbent.
You underestimate her at your own peril. I do think there's an opportunity for those who are in the not Ilhan camp to make their case. And I think if 2022 has taught us anything, it's that, you know, if you work hard enough for long enough, you might be successful.
As for the representative, a spokesperson today shared this statement. Since winning her first primary, Representative Omar has won every other primary and enjoys the support of her constituents. The statement also touts the representative's record that includes, it says, climate legislation, abortion rights, and democracy protection. Bottom line, Janice, she is ready to keep on serving, even as some people at least remain interested in that service coming to an end.
It's always, it seems, this 5th District race is when we see primary challengers first. And now what you named about 3 or 4 and more could come.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, Carla. We appreciate it. Now